Welcome to Bio 1010, which is Botany Lecture. This is Professor Hidalgo. Our first topic today is what I consider to be the most important topic that we need to discuss in this course. This is Chapter 1 on your textbook, pages 2 to 12, which is What is Plant Biology. This chapter introduces you to botany, what it is, how it is developed, how it relates to our everyday lives, and what its potential for the future. We are going to discuss the following topic. I will divide this chapter into two. The first one is what we will discuss now, which is the relationship of humans to their environment. This includes the effect humans have on their environment and humans and animal dependence on plants. The second one is what we will continue on next meeting, which are botany as a science and diversification of plant study. Under botany as a science, in here we will also review about scientific method. And under diversification of plant study, which include a brief introduction to the beginning of plant study in ancient civilization, and a look at the development of botany after the invention of the microscope. Finally, we will also conclude with a brief survey of the major disciplines within the field of botany. The effect of humans have on the environment. It's been estimated that by year 2025, human population will exceed to 7.8 billion. The population continues to grow, but the Earth capacity remains the same. What are the impacts of this population growth on the environment? One is drained wetlands. Note that drained wetlands, which have been forested or used for agricultural purposes, are a significant potential source of greenhouse gases such as the carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide. Another is cleared natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means any plants or trees that grow on their own naturally without any form of human intervention. The origins of some types of plants have been displaced with growing technology and trade, and in some respect have been the cause of some damage to the natural vegetation of certain countries. The rhododendron, for example, is a native to Spain and Portugal. However, it is now regarded as a common representative of British countryside when it is in bloom. This plant was introduced to the British Isle during the Victorian period, when Britain saw a huge expansion to their trade and empire. Yet it is believed that rhododendron has been the cause for the reduction of much of the natural vegetation in Britain. This plant smother and destroy any competing plant in the vicinity. Another is dump waste and pollution. Pollution means substances introduced by humans, either directly or indirectly, that results in harm to living resources, hazards to human health, hinders marine activities, or spoils the quality for use of water. Human activity can pollute all parts of the environment, like water, by sewage, fertilizer, and toxic chemicals, land by pesticide and other toxic chemicals, air by smoke and gases. And another one is the use of pesticides and herbicides. Pesticides and herbicides were created to help us manage pests such as the harmful insect like spiders, ticks, and lice, rodents like rats and mice, and weeds. Unfortunately, whatever it's lethal to a pest or a weed will usually cause also illness in humans, in animals, and also to other plants. To prevent further problem causes by this human activity, we are urged to reduce our environmental impact by doing the following. Number one is change in agricultural practices. Farmers usually burn the land to get rid of the weeds. This practice does not only contribute to the rapid loss of forests, it also inhibits the regeneration of tree seedlings. The fire also destroys what little organic matter remains in the soil. Another example is overgazing, which is one big problem in many parts of the world. Overgazed lands become barren. Another is recycle. Use waste material into new products to prevent waste of potentially useful materials like the papers, cans, boxes, and glasses. Another things to do is to replace pesticide with biological pest controls. Biological control is a method of controlling pests using other living organisms. Example is the entomopathogenic nematodes, which are released at rates of millions and even billions per acre for control of certain soil-dwelling insect pests. We can also reduce the impact by conserving water and energy. Managing fresh water as a sustainable resource to protect the water environment and to meet current and future human demands. Example like using the high efficiency clothes washer using garden hose nozzles that shut up water when it is not being used instead of letting a hose run. And also by using automatic faucet. For energy conservation, we can do activities or habit like turning off the lights when nobody is in the room. This goes especially for bathrooms and common rooms when they aren't occupied. Avoid the phantom load. Appliances such as your TV, DVD player, cell phone charger, etc. Consumer ener- they consume energy just by being plugged in. So unplug them when not in use. Wash your clothes in cold water. It works just as well as warm water. Will keep your colors from bleeding and saves the energy that would have gone to heating the water. Another habit that we can practice is power down your computer when not in use. For desktop, turn off the monitor when you aren't using it, and many other tips that I know you are practicing at home. Okay, another preserve habitats and species. This seeks to conserve, protect, and restore habitat areas for wild plants and animals, especially conservation reliant species, and preserve and prevent their extinction or reduction in range. Human and animal dependence on plants. So, of course, oxygen production through the process of photosynthesis, which we will discuss in detail as we move to plant metabolisms on chapter 10. As we all know, plants convert the sun's energy into products which are usable to plants, animals, and humans. In the process, plants produce oxygen and treats carbon dioxide. Food and Food and productions. Plants are the sources of multiple products of human society. For food, like fruits, vegetables, spices, condiments, like that. Perfumes, flowers, citrus, fruit scents, which we love to spray into our house or include in our laundry soap or put it into our tub for relaxing and anti-stress effect. Examples of scents that we love are eucalyptus, rosemary, lavender, and many more. Dyes, these are pigments extracted to flower or leaves or any other plants of and or any other parts of the plants to be used to give colors to our hair, clothes, or even food. Beverages like coffee, tea, juices like grapes, oranges, cranberry, soda like Coke, root beer, ginger ale, wine. These are all came from plants. Lumber, also known as timber, is wood in any of its stages for use as structural material for construction or wood pulp for paper production. Paper, it is produced by pressing together moist fibers, typically cellulose pulp derived from wood, grasses, and even fruit skin, or peeling and drying them into flexible sheets. Examples of fruit skin that we can use as papers are pineapple, corn, and even rice. So, clothing. Some of the example is cotton. Cotton fabric is made from the fibers that grow around the seed of the cotton plant. Linen is made from the fibers of the flax plant and is much more of a luxury fabric than cotton. Hemp fabric is made from the stems of the cannabis sativa plant and many more clothing. Medicines, herbal medicines or herbalism is the study and use of medicinal properties of plants. Examples of these are the aloe vera, leaves, which are widely used to heal burns, wounds, and other skin ailments. Chamomile used over thousands of years for a variety of conditions, including sleeplessness, anxiety, and gastrointestinal conditions such as the upset stomach, diarrhea, and etc. Garlic, widely used as an antibiotic and more recently for treating cardiovascular disease. Lavender also, which is a traditionally used as an antiseptic and for mental health purpose. Coal and oil. Coal is fossilized plant material, and oil came from microscopic green organisms or animals that either directly or indirectly were plant consumed. Alternative energy sources like biodiesel from corn, jojoba, sunflower, mustard, coconut, and many other plants still being discovered to be appropriate to be used as a biodiesel. So that ends our discussion and see you all next week. We will continue on discussing chapter 1 and we'll be starting on chapter 25 next week.